What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, Sports Talk with Street Flavor. Yes, we are live on TikTok and YouTube, all right? NFL Sunday. Do I have to get anything off my chest? We will see. You know, I always represent the brand. Always represent the brand. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Eagles survive in Buffalo. Woo! Close game. Close game. I picked the Eagles, but I didn't think it was going to be that close. 13-12 was the final score. 13-12 was the final score. Steelers went down today. Okay? The Browns beat the Steelers. Setting up a win-all game next week with the Ravens. Vegas all year saying the Ravens will take that division. It comes down to next week. All about the Ravens. Carolina had a chance to take their division. Lost. But the Bucs lost. Now they have a showdown game next weekend. That's 2 next weekend. Then, if the 49ers win tonight and have to play Seattle, that's another game for the division. Who do you like? And do you see, I got my lucky throw right here. The Giants, once again, just like last year, had a chance to get the #1 pick in the draft. And guess what they did? They won again. But you play to win the game. That's what Herman would say. You play to win the game. And that's what they did. They played, they won the game. So, they will get either the #2 pick or the #3 pick in next year's draft. But, was it worth it? They finally got a road victory. They haven't won a game since October. But the Giants won today. Was it a costly victory? All right? Because everybody said if they get #1 pick, they should pick a quarterback. They already got a quarterback. Okay? This man has went through concussion after concussion, did his thing. He's going to get his weapons back next year. We will see. Eagles still have a chance for the #2 seed in the NFC. Pittsburgh needs to win to get in the playoffs. It's a win and go home next week against Baltimore. Will Jackson play? Can they stop King Henry? That is the question. That's the question. What is going to happen next week? That's why the NFL set this up. So you can have division games the last of the season. So we can see if this scenario will happen. Pittsburgh scenario. Can they win? Can the Carolina and Bucs win? Can Seattle and the 49ers come down to it? If the 49ers lose tonight against Chicago, I like Chicago, against Chicago, what's going to happen? That's the question. That's the question. Okay, who's that? Oh, that's my boy Kev. Kev, I'm sorry. Buffalo lost today. Okay? Buffalo took an L. That division now belongs to who? Who? The Pats. The Pats got that division once again. That division belongs to the Pats. Okay? The Pats has that division. Okay? Cleveland. Oh. The Ravens sent a care package to Cleveland saying thank you for taking down Rodgers and the Steelers. Okay? Taking down Rodgers and the Steelers. Sent a care package to Cleveland saying thank you. Saying thank you. Jaguars went out there and won. Colts was eliminated yesterday when the Texans won. But now, it should be the Jaguars' division to win. I don't think the Texans has a scenario to take it, even though they don't play them. I don't think they have a scenario to take that division. So that division belongs to the Jaguars. Okay? So you got a lot of teams, you know, that wasn't there last year. Patriots, okay? Jaguars. Wasn't there last year. That's there now. Carolina could be one of those teams. Can they win? That is the question. Every time you count on Carolina, they let you down. They let you down. But can they bounce back? Oh, who's that? Oh, that's James from Baltimore saying they still got life. That what he says, Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers. I give that to you, James. Aaron Rodgers didn't look like Aaron Rodgers today. Their wide receiver number 1 wasn't there. I think he would have made a difference if he was there. That's why you look around and say, was it worth it fighting with a fan? Okay? Or did the NFL do that on purpose? They say the NFL is rigged sometimes. Did they do that on purpose to get this battle between Pittsburgh and the Ravens for next week? Did they do the same thing with Carolina? Okay? Did they do the same thing with the 49ers tonight? I want the Bears to come out there and do what they have to do against the 49ers. Okay? 49ers, Kittle's not playing. Can the Bears show up in California? Okay? And will the Rams come down to Atlanta and take care of business and say, no, we're still in contention because our quarterback is still the MVP of the league? We will see. We will see. Where's your team at right now? Okay? Like I said, I bleed blue. See? I bleed blue. We are not in the playoffs. We do not have the number 1 pick. But do we have something to build on? That's the question. That's the question. Okay? Because you look at that right now. The Titans, the Jets, the Giants, the Raiders. Okay? Cardinals. Those are the teams that be in the top 5. Will there be some trades going on after the season? Who wants those picks? Can they build on the picks and retool and come back out? Washington. They didn't do anything either this year. Okay? I always tell you, there's usually 5 teams out of the 14 teams that's in the playoffs this year. There'll be about 5 or 6 teams that will not be there next year. Okay? Kansas City, Baltimore, Washington are not there. They was there last year, not there this year. Okay? There will be teams changing hands. Okay? The Bucks might not be there this year if Carolina can bounce back. But anytime you put money on Carolina, they let you down. Sorry, Mike. Sorry about that, Mike. They let you down, Mike. Okay? So, let's see what happens. What is your team going to do? What is the playoff scenario for you? We have it already. Everybody is in except for the Bucks in the NFC. Bucks and Carolina. That's only 2 teams that see who's going to get in the playoffs. AFC. Steelers and Ravens. Only 2 teams that see if they're going to get in or not. Everybody else is set. Now we're looking for seeding right now. Who's going to be the number 1 seed? Denver look like they're the number 1 seed in the AFC, followed by the Patriots. Okay? Then you're going to have, followed by the Patriots. Then you're going to have the Jaguars. Okay? Texans. They're already in. Okay? Who will they slotted and everything? Only thing I don't like to see is if when the when the Bears get in and the Packers get in, they're going to meet in the first round. I wish they met in the second round and everything, but they'll meet in the first round. Who's that, Michelle? You're a Packers fan? You don't want to see that either. You don't want to come to Chicago and play the Bears and everything. But we will see what's going on. Let's see what happens going forward. But like I said, I bleed blue, and I will stay with my boys. I will stay with my boys. And to the end, we will be back next year. You will see. I got my lucky throw now, and we will see how we win next year. But, oh yeah, Cowboys, they not there this year either. They were there last year. They not there this year. See, teams that was there last year won't be there this year. Cowgirls was one of them. Peace. I will see y'all next